So, James, thanks again for coming out today on this beautiful Friday morning. So, what I'd like to do today is get a better understanding of what you're looking for in a new home. So, if you don't mind, I'm going to ask you just a couple questions.
That'd be fun.
The only thing I ask for you is just to give me honest answers. And again, if at any point you feel like, you know what, this isn't going to work, you don't like me, you don't like my community, it's fine. So, the first thing, let's start off with what made you get up this morning and say, you know what, I'm going to go check out that community?
Well, we've been kind of thinking about it. We have been, just our house. We pretty much were raising our kids in it, all that. That's fine, but we're kind of thinking in the foreseeable future we'll have, a son-in-law and a grandkid, and so the house is perfect for me, my wife, and three girls. Anybody extra, it kind of starts getting a little too comfortable, I guess, or too crammed. And on top of that, just the neighborhood. It's been years since we first noticed it, a little downturn, but we're almost at bona fide ghetto status now, and so it's just not where we want to be.
Okay, so do you mind if I take notes? I'd like to take notes.
No, that's fine.
We're going to cover quite a bit of information, so I want to
Yeah.
make sure I get it all right. So, okay, let's talk a little bit about the community. How is it going downhill? Like, what's going on?
Well, it's just the homes are getting older. A lot of the original owners have left, and so the second and third time owners just haven't taken the same care of their property as they have. Lots and lots of rentals, and we all know what happens with rental. It does have amenities: tennis court, playground, soccer field, a pool, rec center, baseball fields, lakes. It's got all that.
Wow.
It does have that, and so kind of what's made it, part of the reason why it's made it worthwhile to stay where we are. So, but that component of the neighborhood is not the number one. It's not what's most necessary. What's most desirable is to get something bigger, newer, and maybe a little bit newer, like a nicer neighborhood.
Okay. How long have you been there?
Oh, since 1998.
Okay, and you own that home, is that correct?
Yeah.
You're not renting there.
No.
Okay, gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what else besides the size? Because it sounds like it might be a little tight, and especially with the family growing and stuff, it sounds like you just need a little bit more space. Is that safe to assume?
Yes.
Okay. So, what else would you like to change about your current situation then?
Of course, bigger kitchen.
Okay.
Bigger kitchen. We're in a 1-story now.
Okay.
At minimum, 1.5 story, preferably 2-story. But a 1.5 story may do the trick. It just depends. Our square footage now is probably in the 2,300 square feet. We'd like at least 500-600 more square feet minimum.
So closer to 3,000 maybe.
Yeah, not necessarily looking for 4,500 square feet, but just and so that would be it. That would be the main thing. The bigger kitchen with an island, and then of course, if we can, bells and whistles that we can get, nice appliances, granite, bigger cabinets, things like that. Yeah, we definitely.
Describe to me what is a typical, let's say, Saturday or a weekend at your home. Like how do you use your space? What's important? That way I can.
Well, the family's very, very active, so it's rare that we're all there at the same time,
Gotcha.
and so that's why this home does work for us. Well, with the second two getting much older and kind of getting off of their activities kind of thing, not doing as many activities, we are going to be home more. And with my parents being retired now, spending more time with us, and my daughter getting married, and her fiance potentially spending more time with us, that's the reason for the bigger house. So now, we're fine. If everything would stay the way it is, we'd be fine where we are.
Gotcha.
But the thing is, we're going to need more for the future. So what I envision is family time in the living room, maybe the two younger ones still having a space to go upstairs, or the bonus room, or their rooms in the game room upstairs kind of thing. So that's kind of what I envision.
Okay. So how long have you been kicking the idea around to make a move?
3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, okay. So you're just kind of getting started.
And we went to another builder last weekend.
Okay.
And so
tell me about that. What have you seen out there? Have you seen something you've liked? Give me an idea.
Haven't seen anything we really liked yet that we're ready to move forward on. We know that there's a lot out there, and so we want to kind of pinpoint. This is one spot that we know this area would work for us. This is where we want to be. So that's kind of our starting point. We could just drive up and down the Grand Parkway and find plenty of houses or plenty of new builders, but some of those areas just won't work for us. And
Gotcha.
so this area does work for us.
Okay. So give me an idea. If we had to determine today, realistically, time frame wise, are you thinking over the summer? Are you thinking into the year?
Well, it's kind of sooner than later now. Before it was, we'll just see what happens. Well, now we see what's out there. Definitely want to take advantage of the prices before the market picks back up again.
Yeah. Let's talk a little bit about your current home. Do you need to sell it in order to get into the new?
No, we're going to rent it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, perfect.
And we're not going to do anything with it until we come over here.
Okay. So let's focus a little bit more on your new home then. I kind of have a slight idea of what's important. You talked about family, so that seems to be important. You're needing the space, 1.5 story, 2 story, good kitchen, again, for entertaining. This new home, tell me a little bit more. So big kitchen, lot, positioning.
Doesn't necessarily have to be an oversized lot.
Okay.
I'm okay. Would like more than a 2-car garage, but a tandem's fine.
Okay.
It's only about the extra storage space. So not necessarily interested in a big corner cul-de-sac, anything like that lot. If we do decide to put a pool in, we'll put a small one in.
Okay.
That's not big. But the number one thing is what we can get, for once we price everything out, I guess you could say, is how we feel what our value is going to be, how much bang for our buck we feel like we're getting, from one builder versus the other.
Okay.
So the number one thing, bigger kitchen with an island, game room space or extra space on a second level. Those are the 2 main things. We do spend time outdoor. So I guess if the lot would need to be big enough to accommodate a covered patio, that would be a must-have. But anything other than that, we're fine. We grew up way out in the country. We're fine with just brick on the front of the house. so that doesn't. It's great that if you have it on a 3 or 4 sides, but very simple.
Okay.
We'll be prepared to move forward once we kind of, we're not going to be shopping around for the next 2 weeks. Our decision will be made in the next week or so.
Perfect. Community wise, are there certain amenities? I know you currently have quite a bit of amenities, so are you looking to move into a community with similar amenities?
Similar if possible. This is somewhat similar.
Okay.
Maybe a little less. Doesn't have tennis courts. We never used them in the first place, so this place is just fine.
Okay, perfect. So let me just kind of reiterate what we've talked about. So it sounds like you're needing more space, closer to 3,000 square feet, 1.5, 2 story. Kitchen is huge, family room, island. You do entertaining. You want to get away for the kids, so maybe a bonus room or a game room upstairs. Garage space is important to you. Good size lot, maybe to accommodate a pool in the future. Definitely outdoor living area for, again, entertaining. Does that sound like everything in a nutshell?
The lot's not major though.
Okay.
The least of the priorities. That's low on the wish list.
Perfect. So, so a couple plans come to mind. I'm thinking the Covington or even the Graham or the Hamilton may work. Fortunately, I have all 3 plans on the ground that I can definitely show you. Let's go out there, take a look at all of them, and we're just gonna go from there.
Perfect.
Okay,
That'd be great.
awesome. Let's go.
Thank you.